Tracker 13's Jason Layer. Jason, you couldn't have asked for a more perfect day to get out there and enjoy the coffin races and anything else, really.
Yeah, it was an absolutely gorgeous one all across our area. And the good news is we have one more day. It's going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, but still a beautiful one out there. Look at those temperatures right now, though. Into the 80s out into eastern Colorado. So far, we haven't broke a record yet, but we're nearing it. 75 into the Springs, 82 into Pueblo, and a few 70s into the high terrain there. And notice the HD Doppler at this hour. Not a whole lot of activity, so clear skies and relatively dry as we enter in the last half of our weekend here. But one thing we've really got to keep in mind is we've got another system knocking at our doorstep, and that is moving in off of the North Pacific. Pretty decent cloud layer with this. This is likely going to bring rain through the area on Monday, and here's how it's going to play out. The one thing we've really got to keep in mind as this system approaches into your Sunday morning, we're not going to see a lot of activity, it doesn't look like, here throughout the Springs. But keep in mind, as this system approaches, winds are going to be the big story right along the foothills of the mountains. So if you are doing any burning tomorrow, we are expecting to see pretty healthy winds, again, right off of the mountains. We've got very dry timber out there, very low humidities and wind. So all the factors coming together. At this time, we don't have any red flag warnings for the area, but just do keep that in mind. Literally everywhere up to our north and west is under some sort of wind advisory, just to kind of put in perspective what this system has. That cold front's going to continue to approach as Sunday afternoon winds around. Mountains will likely see some very isolated sporadic showers tomorrow. However, eastern Colorado throughout the Springs and Pueblo going to stay relatively warm. Sunday evening we'll see a dose of snow into the higher terrain near Denver. Again, we're looking relatively dry up through Sunday. Late Sunday into Monday is when that system's really going to settle on top of us, keeping those temperatures really chilly as we move into Monday. Tonight, though, look at that. Comfortable outside. 47 degrees into La Junta, 50 into Trinidad, Walsenburg, 50 degrees as well. Mid-40s into the foothills and a few degrees below freezing into the mountains, but still just a gorgeous forecast for this evening. Get out and enjoy it because we're going to have to bundle up this next week. Highs tomorrow, another day well into the 80s, mid-80s into eastern Colorado. High 70s and 80s into the front range here, and then we're looking at the 60s and 50s into the mountains. So just a beautiful one tomorrow, but look how big of a dip the temperatures are going to throw at us once Monday rolls around. So right when that cold front sets into the region, Monday, 53 degrees, over a 20-degree drop as we enter into the work week. Tuesday, even a little bit chillier as that cool air continues to settle in. However, temperatures will mellow out and get a little bit more to seasonable averages as the week progresses. But look at those overnight lows. We're looking at about 2 days right around that freezing degree mark. That's going to probably give us a decent layer of frost out there. So if you've not blown out the sprinklers yet, make sure you do so here on Sunday or maybe even Monday if you could. Again, Pueblo looking at relatively the same story, starting out at 83 degrees tomorrow and then cooling off to the 50s. Oh man, it's going to be a chilly one. Regaining some ground though once Wednesday rolls around at about 70 degrees. Canyon City, a couple days there below freezing as well once that system moves in, and a few rain showers moving through the area. Looking at Teller County, better coverage on these storms and quite a bit chillier as well. About a 20-degree temperature drop there. 43 degrees on Monday, 41 into Tuesday. Again, warming up about 10 degrees as soon as Wednesday rolls around. But overnight lows are definitely going to be a bit brisk. So don't put away the coat just because we've had a beautiful weekend. It's not going to last too terribly long, and the leaves are really going to start falling after that cold front wipes through and kicks up winds and puts us into that freezing degree mark.
Surprised it's not coming in a few days later, because typically Halloween gets ruined.
I know. That seems to be, well, exactly. Like I've said earlier, it's like a tradition in Montana. Halloween evening, it dumps snow. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But looking dry right now. So.
Same thing here. Absolutely. Well, could be worse, though. Heavy rains triggering some massive flooding in Greece.